what do we have here? It's knife shaped, so that'll be cool. Oh, I wanted to, a couple of people were asking, you know, if what this is it like somebody spilled some mustard on the table or something? No, this is an actual knot in the wood because this is a solid spruce table. It's a huge desk, you know. So it, oops, sorry, let me get that back in there. Yeah, very expensive real wood, and so that's just a knot. It's like it gives it character. All right, let's get to this. So what we have here is something I've been waiting for a long time. Oh, also a couple people were asking about my watch. So
it was just one person, and it was your own offspring.
That's, yeah, well, okay, fine. That's not nice, man, you know? The smart ass shit. I thought we got rid of Kendra, you know?
Sorry, the watch is kinda cool, I guess.
Well, okay, that's cool. I guess Kendra wouldn't apologize, so that's cool. But anyway, that's what it is. It's cheap. It was from Walmart. It was like $40, but it's really nice though. I like it. It's a, you know, budget cool watch. All right, so let's get back to this guy. What do we have here in this package? And to open it, I'm going to use the Civivi Vision, and you will see why. Because I thought it would be like right there and you'd be able to see it. Because it's vision scales. Now I got to figure out who they're from. I'll put the supplier of these guys up here. These things are super light. These are lighter than I thought they were going to be. They might be as light as the G10. You know what? We're going to find out. We got a scale somewhere, and we will find out if they're as light as the G10. Because man, they feel light. They can't be much heavier. So we're going to get some tools now, and we're going to get this guy apart, and we're going to get these new scales on. Now, as always, my tools are not available anywhere because they were 3D printed, you know, by like fucking elves and shit. So they're not available. Now, really, this is, who did this? Oh, freaking hell. There's a cool logo. Man, I don't remember who did this. It's a guy who does cool stuff like this for tools. If I find it, I'll put it up here, but I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to find it. I might be able to. So let's get this vision apart. We might do some fast forwarding to, you know, get rid of the boring parts, which, you know, could be the whole thing for all I know. Shit. So I guess this screw's only purpose here is to hold down this scale, the end of the scale, if you're not using the pocket clip on this side. I think maybe I have an upgrade pocket clip. I got to check and see if I have a upgraded pocket clip. We'll slap that on here when we put the new scales on. That'll be cool. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Not very many screws. Just a pocket clip on this side and one on this side, and then now the pivot, which feels like it's more sturdy than that. But shit, it works, so whatever. Now, I've never had this guy apart, so we could have you know, issues with me trying to figure out how to get it apart. But so far, it's seeming pretty easy, I think. Well, no, that's going to be trickier. I wonder if I can push something through so I don't have to take it all the way apart, or if I should just take it apart. Okay. Whoop! Whoa! Shit. Something just sprung out. Okay, I gotta make sure I keep these right because there might be a right and a left that are different, you know? So, gotta get the pivot out. Okay, that's gonna let the blade fall out. And then we got the scale off. Okay, oh, another thing fell out. All right, so, all right, we're gonna keep these guys in that order so we know which way they go. Now, I'm gonna take a little break for a second and try to find that pocket clip. I'm not sure what I videoed. I thought I had it running, but I wasn't sure. I came back with the spring, maybe. So if that's what I did, no, I came back with shit. What did I come back with? Oh, I came back with the pocket clip. Okay, I came back with the pocket clip. I said that the contrast might be nice with the blade because the blade has some dark etch on it, and this is kind of a dark gray pocket clip, so that might look nice. And then I had to go find the spring on the floor, and I got that, and we're trying to figure that out. I put a little bit of oil on it, Put a little bit of oil on this side too, just a drop, just a smidge. That was probably too much. And then a drop there. And all that's probably too much oil. Yeah, it's a lot of oil. I'll put a little bit on the bearing. There we go. I got it on there, got it on there. All right, let's try to figure this guy out. We can clean off the oil later. All right, so this scale, I mean, obviously, goes on this side. Okay, and then there's a pin that must have fallen. Okay, we got some various size pins. I think this guy is a big pin. So, okay, there's nothing in that hole. I remember seeing that hole in the other thingy and wondering what it was about. Okay, but this one goes here, I'm pretty sure. Man, I really should have watched a video on this. Hey, we'll figure it out, man. And I think this one goes here, okay? And then, oops, I should have put the pivot in first, maybe. Pretty sure the pivot goes right in here. Oh, it's got the little lock area that locks the pivot and keeps it from spinning. So that's nice. Just got to have it turned around the right way. There we go. It fell into the little crease and that won't go anywhere. Okay. That must be... okay, we got this little standoff here. Okay. Okay, I think... whoopsie, shit. I think... whoopsie, shit. Boy, that pivot just falls right the fuck out of there, so keep that in mind. Okay, I think, wow, I just put it right in the right place randomly. All right, so then we need a bearing. Okay, and I'm going to say, yep, it goes this way because the hole, the cutout is in the blade, not in the scale, or in the liner. Excuse me. All right, so now we get the blade on. Okay. Boy, I could have cleaned out that track in the blade, but it's really not that bad. So we're just going to put the other bearing on. Let's see. We got this. We got this. Okay, so we have to have another scale, or I'm sorry, another liner. What's interesting, the Damascus pattern doesn't look very cool right there, but it looks really cool all through there. Interesting. Very weird. Lucked out on that, I guess. Or maybe that's just the way they make it on purpose. Okay, so I think I'm all set here. Let's see if the thing actually works. Let's see if I pull this back. Yeah, so I think that's right. Whoopsie, came off again. Shit. Oh, no, I guess that's just the way it goes. Let's see, what do you got to... oh, we should put this screw back in here that holds this part to that scale. So the show side little screw that holds it down to the scale, put that back in. I won't super tighten it yet. Boy, that looks nice, huh? Look at that. That's hot. Okay, so now that side will mostly stay on, I think. Now we just got to get this side on. Okay, and this side gets the new, gets the new pocket clip. So that'll be nice. Boy, if I could turn that bit there gray, that would go nicely. Uh-oh, this is having a problem getting down into the cutout in the scale, but not much. Okay, boy, that is tight. The outside edge of the screw head is touching the edges of the scale. That's going to make it so it doesn't come loose very easy, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. Now, can we use the old screws from the old pocket clip or no? Looks like it wants a long one to the back, a short one to the front. Okay, they're sticking out maybe enough, so we will find out. I think Civivi probably tried to, smaller one, probably tried to make it so this would be interchangeable with their other, with their other pocket clips like this one. So you wouldn't have to get longer screws. But the package actually has longer screws with it. So that could mean that you might need longer screws. But it's threading in. And what about this one? Now here's the other question. Why is it at an angle? I think it's supposed to be straight, right? Okay, so we'll get it straight and then tighten it up. Boy, the short one isn't threading in a lot, but I don't know, I think it's okay. But here's the problem, look at that. I think I actually have to grind down a little bit underneath that clip because, yeah, that's super duper strong. Too strong. Shit. Okay. All right, we're gonna go do that real quick. We'll show you the, so because this is down set so much, this clip is made to be able to work on a flat knife scale, not one that has a inset. So the inset brings this back part down so far that it's putting a lot of stress on the front part. It's like bending it. It's trying to push it down, but it can't push it down. So it's actually bending the clip, and it's putting too much pressure right there. So I'm gonna grind that inside edge down a little bit. Looks like it needs about, man, quite a bit.
"75 years later."
So we cut off a little bit of that point that was right there, okay? And then I actually brought the sanding all the way up and brought the rolling kind of angle part up almost to the edge. It wasn't quite there. So now hopefully when it hits the edge of your pocket, it'll slide right up on easier than if it had that blunt end that it had before. So we'll see how it goes. And I just used, I think 320 sandpaper. Did it by hand. Basically, I took a piece of paper and wrapped it around this end so this end wouldn't rub on the sandpaper. And then I ran it back and forth across the sandpaper like that, putting pressure only on this end so it didn't wear through the paper. You could use tape. Tape might be even better, actually. Probably use a piece of painter's tape. All right, let's get this guy in here. And these are T6s. Everything else on it is T8s. I mean, really, there's not that much else on it, but anyway, these are T6s, so whatever. Okay, I think it's still a little bit of an angle, but I'm going to go ahead and go with it because I just want to get this shit done for now. If I need to adjust it later, we'll adjust it later. Okay. Boy, this knife came apart way easier than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be a bitch to deal with springs spranging everywhere, and it did, but that's just because I wasn't paying attention. I could have easily stopped that from happening. So, all right, so now, boy, it's still really strong. It's almost like I would like to have this up on a little bit of a riser. I could make something, or I can just cut that down a little bit more even. All right, let's see. Do we need to adjust anything else? Oh, very loose. Okay, so we still need to tighten the pivot screw, but man, it's pretty easy to do. Kind of surprised. Okay, this part is turning, so that's not, okay, there we go. That's where it's supposed to be. Okay, so that felt pretty tight. Let's see. Maybe too tight. Boy, that's got a nice sound. So when you're adjusting a blade, how tight you want it, you don't want to try and check the looseness up here because it won't be loose. It'll be locked in up here and you won't be able to feel the looseness. So you want to try it right about here and move it back and forth. I'm moving it left and right. And then I adjust the pivot a little bit more until I almost don't feel the movement. And then I just go a tiny bit more after that. Keep going until the movement just barely disappears. There we go. Movement is gone. Wow. That is super nice. Really like it a lot. Let's try this and see if it actually works in the pocket. Oh, it's very strong. Yeah. I need to build a little plate that goes under there or something. I got to do something because that's too strong. And I can't keep cutting this down or else it'll be too low because really this area is just too low. The attachment point's too low. So we'll figure that out in the future. But You know, I could have used the original pocket clip and it would have worked fine, I think. I don't know. It might have been an issue. Let me see. Are the original scales cut down? Yeah, okay, they are. But maybe not quite as much as this one is to make up for the big... these scales are actually a little thicker too, I think. They feel thicker anyway. Let's see. Slightly thicker, just a hair, but not much. So I think the original clip would work fine. And you might have to modify their aftermarket clip to work, but I think it's going to be nice. So that's it. The Vision F from Civivi with the new scales from... Have a nice day.